And we're back here once again with another episode of the MSK show, and this is going to be episode 328. So I hope you guys had a great day, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your week that is ahead of you. And in this episode of the MSK show, we have no topics for you guys tonight because our featured guest is Pirate King Boros. He is someone that I met on a stream that Vaughn Coleman did on his YouTube channel. And I think it was the one where Pirate King and Vaughn and a lot of other people were reviewing the new James Gunn Superman movie that came out in July of 2025, earlier this year. And I asked him, hey, you want to come on the show sometime? He's like, yeah, sure. And then I realized to myself, literally a few days ago, oh shit, I invited this guy to a show and I never messaged this guy beside us following each other on Instagram. And then I messaged him. I was like, are you still alive currently? He was like, yeah, okay. Want to come on the show? Sure. All right. That's pretty much how it worked. There's not topics tonight, guys. Generally speaking, all jokes aside, I have enough videos to edit right now as it is. Can't really think about tackling on more videos to edit right now because I'm really behind on putting out the videos that we've already did. And I'm just have to put those out first. So I'm going to try and get at least like, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 videos out before we do another topic. Probably around Wednesday, we'll probably have one, or maybe next week, actually. I like shows where we just talk like bros, where we have some fun, you know, where we just sit around and jerk each other off and have some good time with each other. You know,
what bros have you been hanging out with?
Yeah, I'm not in that room. So
are we talking bros like that homoerotic love movie that flopped in theaters?
He does like talking about that one.
He does like talking about that one.
I also love the fact that the gay dude that led the movie was like, if you don't watch this, you're homophobic. Okay, cool. I won't watch it at all. I wasn't gonna watch it, but now I definitely sure won't watch this pile of garbage. I haven't seen the movie, but I did see the trailer for that. I was like, I'm good.
Please, we know it's your favorite movie. I didn't even see
the trailer. I mean, I didn't get that far.
I don't have ad blocker, so I saw the trailer and I was like, yeah, no.
They played the trailer. I saw the trailer one time because I went to see an R-rated movie. What year was it?
It came out 2022, I think. Bros.
Then it would have been.
You know exactly when it came out, MSK, but you've never seen.
It came out before Top Gun Maverick. I know that.
I saw an R-rated movie, and that's why I saw the trailer. And there were like 2 funny jokes in the trailer, so I was like, that's either gonna be like a sleeper hit that barely makes its money back, or it's going to completely tank. And sure enough, everyone who saw it said it was awful, so it completely tanked because word of mouth shot it in the back of the head behind the shed. So,
well, there's also something.
Speaking of bad movies that got shot behind the shed, I saw Tron Ares.
You did? Why?
Yeah.
Because isn't Tron normally a franchise for a bunch of losers?
Because Tron 1 is amazing and Tron Legacy is equally so, and I am a firm believer that Jared Leto is not an awful actor so much as he just has awful luck. He has awful luck. Like if you watch Requiem for a Dream, that's a good movie. When Sony said on paper we're making a Morbius the Living Vampire movie starring Jared Leto, I was like, okay, that can work.
Him as Joker. It became worked, but so many choices.
It became the second worst movie in the Sonyverse. The worst being Craven, because I don't know how they managed to outdo Morbius, but they did.
At least Morbius brought us that like tagline of like, oh my god, this movie's so bad it caused like fucking cancer to get cured. It brought in the most creative ways to critique a movie. It's like this is just a movie of all time. Certainly at least Morbius brought in some level of funniness to it. Craven was just like shit.
At least Morbius had a re-release in theaters. Craven never got that.
Good.
Oh.
No, have you seen the meme? Someone started a what was the change.org and they said, Sony, put it back in theaters a third time. We were all busy that day. But anyways, yeah. And it's unfortunate because it's awful.
Morbius truly is bad. Yeah.
No, Tron Ares. I was
Ares, man.
Tron Ares.
They made a huge deal about like what is it, Atticus Finch and Trent Reznor or whatever doing the soundtrack to it. It's been everywhere. I was really hoping it would be good.
There's one good song. There's one good song. Everything else is like picture, like turn off your brain and just think Tron music, whatever default music comes to your brain, picture that but dragged out for like almost 2 hours. That's how boring and unimaginative the soundtrack is. It's indistinguishable. There's no I'm sitting there in the theaters and I'm sitting there like this, watching the screen, and I'm waiting for that the game has changed, or that fall, or that Solar Sailor, or that Son of Flynn moment, and it doesn't come until we're 20 seconds into the end credits.
So you're saying that Daft Punk's music is the ultimate music for Tron ever, and they should
as
bring
of
them
right
back.
As of right now, yes.
Or use unreleased
takes
takes
at all
from Legacy, from the Vault and Disney company.
Probably,
yeah, I
probably.
agree.
Nine Inch Nails didn't come close, which is a bummer because I thought when again, Jared Leto is an edgier actor. Tron Ares is an edgy title. Nine Inch Nails is the edgier Daft Punk. This could have been like a darker Tron title made for the audience that has aged up, but instead it's just this by the books, cowardly, like it's really weird because they want to like jump forward in the timeline, but they bring back almost no legacy characters, so it's like a pseudo reboot quill thing.
Yeah,
it's a really cowardly by the numbers movie, which pissed me off because I was like, do you want to be different or do you want to do something? Why is there so many references if you clearly want it to be different? And then they did the meme where, oh, was the last character a white straight male? Cool. We're going to lazily write him out and replace him with a non-white woman who might or might not be a lesbian. It's very unclear.
MSK, you might connect with this one, though.
The original title for Tron Ares, or one of the ideas of the title, the working title, was Tron Ascension. And it was going to continue with Flynn's son, right? And
that was if they could have gotten back the Top Gun Maverick director, but they didn't want to pay his fees, so instead they hired the director who did fucking Pirates of the Caribbean 5.
Of course they did,
So,
but it's weird because they could. There was also another idea where it was kind of a pseudo between Ascension and what later would become Ares. Jared Leto was still going to be a part of the project, but he was going to be a villain or an anti-hero.
Literally, the when they released the cast list, the initial thought was that Cameron Monaghan was going to be the main character, but instead he wound up being a side character.
Wow.
Honestly, I didn't think it was that bad. I'm not saying that it was good. I've seen some real stinkers this year, and
well, here's the problem.
I didn't think this was any worse than some of those. I mean,
well, you got to remember though. You got to remember. You got Tron 1 from the 80s, which, if we're being real, it's pretty okay. I give it a 7 out of 10, like a strong 7 out of 10. And then you have Tron Legacy, which brings it up to about an 8.5 or a 9, depending on who you ask. And then we're at Tron Ares, which, yeah, one could argue it's not the worst movie to come out this year, but if you gauge it against the other two Tron movies before it, it's like a 3. And that's being incredibly generous.
I guess that's kind of where I'm coming from, because I was never crazy about the Tron films anyway. It's not that
Legacy is one of my favorite films of all time.
It's not that I thought they were bad. I do like Tron Legacy, but I'm not crazy about that franchise. So my expectations were really low for this, especially when I started reading what the critics were saying and what people on social media were saying. So I thought this was going to be absolutely the worst movie I've ever seen in my life. And as I was watching it, I was like, this isn't that bad. I mean, I'm not saying that it's great. I mean, is the dialogue good? No. Is the story great? No. Is the acting great? No. It has a lot of the same Disney problems that a lot of other Disney films have, but by comparison to other Disney films, I thought it was pretty tame on some of those issues that it has. So,
there's not a moment where the Asian lady lectures a white character.
Before we keep going, we gotta do intros, and then we'll keep talking about plenty of other movies and TV, and not Mortal Kombat and Tekken, because those are for nerds who don't shower. I'm joking. I love fighting games. So, we'll start with Bob Loves Movies. He's black. Well, no, okay, jokes aside, he's engaged to a black lady, so he is gonna be a part of the black community. So when you start wearing do-rags and sagging your pants and eating soul food, now we know. And if you ever wear blackface, I'll give you a raise.
Well, the thing is, she's from Kenya, so she doesn't.
He gets paid.
She doesn't act. No. So she's not like black culture here in the United States.
Oh,
she is completely different.
She's fully native.
Yeah, she's an immigrant who came over, got her citizenship, and
she did it the right way. So. That's crazy.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
Someone coming over and doing it the right way. It's fucking out of this world crazy. But no, glad she is not a Shaniqua, because that would make you want to hang yourself, actually. But you saw Tron Ares. Did you put a movie review out of it, Bob?
I was gonna put a review out, and I just didn't get to it. I did put a review of The Wizard of Oz at the Sphere.
Mm-hmm.
I did put that out, and then I put out a trailer reaction that I did today of this new movie called Young Washington that's coming out next Independence Day. That looks like it could be kind of interesting. It's by Angel Studios.
Okay.
They've actually that's a studio that kind of found a way to balance out faith-based films and actual quality storytelling. I've
only seen one movie from them I didn't like, so they're okay so far.
Yeah, they're not too bad, because I have a love-hate relationship when it comes to faith-based films. A lot of times they're so focused on messaging, or they're so convinced that that's good enough that they forget to tell an entertaining story.
That's what I'm saying.
You can't just let the message be enough, because if people aren't entertained by the story, they're not going to get the message to begin with. So I think as a whole, Angel Studios has kind of found a good balance. So when I saw that a trailer for this was coming out, I was kind of interested. I watched the trailer. It looks like it could be interesting. I like period pieces, so I'm going to give that one a shot when it comes out.
Hell yeah. Grey Poupée, our resident jar of mustard, who secretly loves ketchup, actually, and who secretly did not get my socks pregnant. How was your week, man? You feeling better?
That's not a secret. I've never been around your socks, and I never will, no matter what you're trying to pay me. I don't know why you're asking me if I'm feeling better. You know the deal. It's Monday. I'm on your show. I always feel worse. It's really kind of the low point of the week, and then it kind of takes off from here. But doing great, man.
Where is the YouTube channel Rebirth, man? We're in DC Comics they had the DC
it's coming.
Rebirth. They're supposed to be.
We're now in the fall of gray.
No.
Hold your breath. New content soon. If I cut back on being on like your show, I'll have plenty of time to make content. But for right now, I'm spending the majority of my time being an internet guest, and I don't know about that.
See, that's the thing, man. It has to be a Grey Poupée Rebirth initiative. Don't look at it as the fall of gray. Look at it as the
No, this is the time period. It's the fall of gray. It's great.
Well, what about Thanksgiving gray? Are you gonna wear like a fucking turkey hat or something?
No, just a bonnet and some buckled shoes.
Are you gonna be a pilgrim or something?
Yeah, why not?
Oh God, what am I gonna do with you people? All right. Before we get to King Style, Emily's in the chat. Hello, how are you doing? Hi, Bats. How are you doing, dude? Who else is here? How was Tron portrayed in the movie? Well, I heard Tron movies are.
Tron is not in the movie.
Yeah, he's not.
He's not there. Not even, and Bruce Boxleitner's not even in the movie, which blew my mind.
Yeah, you'd think that they would recast him with a younger actor and make the excuse, oh, he upgraded or something, so he got his full potential back.
Well, no, they sidestepped that in two ways in Legacy, because they had the flashback with the weird VCR effect, so it hid the CGI on his face, and then Rinsler in the current timeline had his face covered the whole time, so Legacy did it right.
Oof. King Style, how was your weekend and week, man? You're here.
Good, other than the tropical storm hitting near me continuously, but I'm alive, so I am glad to be breathing.
Dude, you can go work at the Steve Wilkos show. You live in Connecticut. Go work for Steve Wilkos, man. Jerry Springer, you can't work for, unfortunately. He passed away.
Well, he's dead, so... And Maury's retired, so yeah.
Maury's retired? Oh, fuck yeah, you're right. So
unless he does that show with what was it, Matthew McConaughey and and what was the other guy? The guy from Natural Born Killers.
I don't remember his name.
He was in
hell.
Zombie Island, or no?
Woody Harrelson?
Woody Harrelson. Supposedly, they might be brothers, long lost brothers.
I
And
thought it
Maury
was
said he'll come
cousins.
out of retirement if that's the case. That he'll come out of retirement for that show.
Well,
The DNA test.
hell yeah, man. Or I mean, Elon Musk. No, Amaury did tweet to Elon Musk, "Hey, come on my show," when he had that drama with that one girl, Ashley St. Clair or whatever. That would have been amazing, honestly. That would have been his highest viewed
Ashley
episode
St.
ever.
Clair was funny because she's used to be like the right-wing clickbait trad wife cock tease wannabe. And then not only did she get like pump and dumped and made into a single mom, but then she got into all that drama with Elon Musk. It was a whole thing.
I remember it. Yeah, that's why I tell people, do not impregnate women like that. You blow your loads in them, not in their vaginas. You blow your load in their faces or their backs or maybe stomach area, and that's it. You know, you don't actually insert your liquids in them. That
I was just drinking an energy drink one day, and I was just scrolling the news, and I saw the words Ashley St. Clair, and I said, why the hell am I seeing that name again after like 6 years? What happened?
Well, our featured guest tonight, Pirate King Boros. How was your weekend and week so far, man?
You know, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. We're gearing up at my day job for the holiday season. I work at a warehouse that distributes distributes sports equipment, so we're gearing up to sell out for the holiday season. So there's that. But otherwise, I'm making progress on streaming because I'm trying to get through Final Fantasy XIV.
Okay.
And then in real world fun, I got back into Magic the Gathering because they introduced Final Fantasy cards, and I'm all over that.
So you didn't come back for the whole like Spider-Man Marvel collab that Magic just recently did?
Nah.
Do you play MTG Arena?
No.
Okay. So
I just have the regular
why
card.
do you play Magic? Magic literally is for the smelliest, fattest nerds ever.
Because I smell nice and I'm skinny, so I want to break the mold.
So technically, you're like the minority in these groups, honestly.
I mean, I'm a white Mexican, so I'm already a minority.
And you're married. Are you married? Right?
No.
No kids at all. None.
No, thank God.
Okay, so you're not. But what kind of girls are you usually attracted to? Like black girls, Mexican girls, white girls? I'm not attracted to black girls. They're fucking disgusting.
Honestly, I'll just take a woman with a functioning brain at this point.
That's too much to ask for these days. It's 2025. I don't know if you can find ones that are functioning brains. You gotta go to a bar, walk up to one of them, and be like, "Hey, yo, what it tastes like?" Try that. See if it works.
And she'll throw her drink at you.
I see your problem, MSK.
Oh God. But yeah, man, risen up.
You want to know something funny? I matched with anime baddie on a dating app, like a weeb woman, and I took her out on a really nice date. It was a great first date. About a week after, we're still texting. It's going great. The energy is there. We're planning the second date. This woman evaporates off the face of the earth, and I don't hear from her for like 2 weeks. Here's the problem. I don't mind getting ghosted, okay? Women be trifling. I get it. Ghosting happens, right? That's not what bothers me. What bothers me is she is not online on anything for those weeks. So my brain, I have ADHD and Asperger's, which means I overthink everything. So my brain is going, did she
that's my problem too.
My brain is like, did she like or something? Like what happened? And then I found out on Facebook we have a mutual friend. So I reached out to her and said, hey, how is this person? Are they okay? And she goes, yeah, she's good. We're coworkers. Why are you asking me about an engaged woman?
Ooh.
Oh my God.
And let me tell you, I'm dealing myself out for the foreseeable future. You see this? This is my love now.
Oh, collecting manga in collected edition format?
Nerddom is my love now.
I see you have all of Demon Slayer right there.
Yeah, the box set.
You have
whole box set. I haven't read it.
You have all of Dragon Ball Z, the 3-in-1s.
Not all of them. I'm missing.
I started with Dragon Ball. I was gonna get all of them too. I'm gonna
missing
get all
like
of them.
4 or 5.
They need to
Yeah.
release the whole Dragon Ball series in the West, not in just the 3-in-1s, but the whole manga editions like Naruto and Demon Slayer.
I only have the 3-in-1s for convenience, size wise.
Yeah.
The 3-in-1s kind of bug me because they censor a lot.
And
Well,
the paper
they're the
quality-
only way. They're the only thing. The only way you can get Dragon Ball Z in its entirety. In
Yeah,
English.
because
Oh,
Dragon Ball didn't have a proper volume by volume release.
Yeah, so you had to get it in 3-in-1s, which is stupid. It's like no, give the option
Yeah.
of the individual books.
Well,
This is
my and my
ridiculous.
thing also with the 3-in-1s is like the paper quality is much worse compared to like single manga volumes. If you actually just compare them, like 3-in-1s are great, like price wise, and if you want to just have nice bang for your buck. But I do generally prefer the single mangas if I'm going to buy a quality perspective. But this is why I tell people women suck complete donkey dicks, and people wonder why they're like no one's dating them these days. That woman went on a date with you, being fully engaged to someone, because that's what women have, all these options they could just entertain. And once she went out with you one time, she was like, I think I'll just go back to my almost husband. Like, what? Like, women are fucking stupid. Like,
I just it blew my mind because I'm like, I've been used before, but I don't think I've ever been
how much did you spend on
the
this first
side
date thing?
piece. Just like $50. It was just dinner and a
Oh.
hangout.
Oh,
I
thank
don't
God.
I don't shell out on the first date.
Me neither. I spend maybe like
So-
$20. That's what girls are getting out of me. Maybe.
I
if that.
only if I'm not even like ultra this man MSK on his daily no. Anyway,
He just proved my point that women ain't shit. He even said women are trifling because they are. That women went on a date with someone, engaged to another person, and then I hate women. I literally do. I can't stand them.
this is why he watches Bros, everyone.
Oh God. No, that recently happened to me too, where this lady I was talking to, she was a little bit older, but conversation was going good. Then after a day, she just stopped talking. And then recently she did message me back on Instagram, and she said,
Retired from women.
and she literally said, I haven't lost interest in you, which I don't believe, but that's what she said. I haven't lost interest. I'm just going through some things. Keep in mind, the same thing you went through. We hadn't talked in like, she has a mess. It was like maybe about almost 2 weeks. I didn't get a message back from the person because I have her on Facebook and I have her on Instagram. And she was like, oh, I'm going through some things and I've not lost interest. And I'm like, all right, cool. Like, I say, hey, I told her some bullshit. Like, I'm like, hey, I'll be there for you if you need me for anything, which is not true. I'm talking to this bitch anymore, probably. But it says that's just a nice thing you say to people, right? So I just went like, okay, sorry for what you're going through. I hope we talk again. I'll be here if you need me. That's it. So, I'm free to just look. I'm not retired. I'm mostly just retired out of convenience. I am voluntarily celibate, honestly. So that's just how it usually works for me.
Voluntarily, huh?
Yeah, Gray believes me. That's all that matters around here. He gets
Gray
paid the
believes.
most. Gray believes me. That's how it works. Oh God. This man lies so much. Oh my God. Jeez. Is Mac asking about married women over Facebook? Yeah, that would not work in my city. There's a lot of married people here. There's also a lot of whores here too. Now, whores I've had a lot of experience with because they're not useful in anything but sexual pleasure. But dating and marrying, no, fuck that. No, she's not online at all. That's your sign. That is true. Yeah, he retired from women. True. MSK is retarded from women. Sir, but that happened on social media. You never dated her. You guys were talking about getting her on one of your shows. No, not her. This is of someone you guys have never seen. This is just a random girl that followed me on Instagram saying I was attractive and hot, and she would love me to. She said I have great chemistry and I'm really smart. God.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, we definitely know that there's some problems there.
She was praising me for my chemistry. Honestly, she was like, "Man, I really enjoy talking to you. I love being around you." But,
MSK, can you
yes.
spell chemistry?
Yes. So, voluntarily, involuntarily. I like how
See, here's the problem, MSK. You say that you're voluntarily celibate, but you
I
see,
agree, Mike.
these
I
women are
agree,
voluntarily keeping
Michael.
you celibate.
I think
Wait,
it's, I
is
think
it like
it's
that
hilarious
movie?
he's saying things that I couldn't get tortured out of me at a CIA black site
You know
publicly
that
on stream.
you know that movie with Leslie Nielsen when in the 90s when it was like a Exorcist spoof. He's like
Oh yeah,
he's a
yeah, yeah.
priest. He's like, "Oh yeah, I'm celibate. Oh, I'm celibate too. Well, I choose to be celibate because it's, my religion. You don't. You have to be that way."
oh god. But this is the thing is, I know how the game is. I've been part of the game for a long time, and I know how to play it, and I know how to win. But sometimes when you're this good in the game, like when you're a Patrick Mahomes, when you're a Tom Brady, like I am, like considered like the GOAT, you don't have to waste your time with these peons, these losers, these court gestures. I deserve the most qualityest of women, given my stature as a man. I'm at least a
You
9
say
out of 10.
court gestures?
Yeah, clowns. Court gestures are like the clowns that
Yeah,
they perform.
yes, the clowns.
Gestures?
Oh, okay. I thought MSK had a wife though. Yeah, well, she gets ran through by 6 black guys a week, so fuck her, right? So
MSK has a chair though.
hey, my
That's
chair,
not-
my chair never will leave me. Will always satisfy me, and it's not crusty. So that's a win there for being honest here. No.
I think you lied about that last one.
Yeah, I don't know what to say about that.
Oh God. Well, let's go. So what were we discussing? Okay, we were discussing Tron. So let me see
Tron
what-
Ares.
What did Tron
and-
Ares make? I heard it bombed pretty bad, but I
That
don't
bombed.
know. I haven't checked
Oh, it's
it.
a hard bomb. It made less money than Morbius.
Oh
Yeah,
God.
but
Well,
do
it
you
has only
think-
been released once so far.
But do you think that they
Give it
might
time.
do a sequel just to say "fuck you" to the negative people? Because that's just something Disney would do.
At this point, it would not surprise me because Disney is just stupid like that.
And remember, Jeff Bridges and I forgot the name of the actor who played Tron originally.
Bruce
in the-
Boxleitner.
Yeah, they're not getting any younger. They're gonna be 90 if they wait 15, 20 years for another Tron movie. So
I think Tron is dead. I think if they wait, I don't think in 20 years it will have the. I don't think if we wait another decade and a half, it's not going to be worth it. It's not
yeah,
gonna-
you might
it's
as well
dead.
do one more film and just.
I think
you know.
at best we can hope for maybe we'll get the Star Wars, the Clone Wars thing. Maybe they'll finish that really good animated series, and then we'll just call it a day. Because I really don't see what else we can do.
Yeah, I mean, I've never been that much into Tron. I've only played my exposure to Tron is like when I played Kingdom Hearts.
That time in Thailand?
Okay, no. I played Kingdom Hearts 2,
Tron.
and there was an episode there, and I played Kingdom Hearts 2, and there was a story part of it where you go and take on like the Tron world or whatever. I thought it was really gay. I thought it was for losers, honestly.
Well,
But-
Kingdom Hearts 2 is the classic Tron from the 80s. Kingdom Hearts
Yeah, it's
Dream
not-
Drop
Legacy
Distance is
did-
Legacy.
Yeah, Legacy didn't come out yet, so that's why they didn't use the aesthetic from that.
That's my only exposure to Tron. And then I heard they were making this third movie. I've heard about this third movie like back in the day when I was just scrolling on my
Because it's
first
been in
phone.
development hell for 15 years.
Yeah, I've heard about this movie
Because
being
what
like,
happened was
years,
what happened was when Legacy came out, it had a bunch of like short films that happened both before and after the movie. Then it had a Disney XD animated series. Fun fact, it was made with has anyone here seen Tron Uprising?
Yeah, I seen it. I liked it.
Tron Uprising is animated using an early version of the same animation rigs that made the Spider-Verse movies. So Spider-Verse kicks as much ass as it does because Tron Uprising was such a smash success mechanically. So
Yeah,
that's a fun animation fact
and the
for
people
anyone who
that-
cares.
And the people that worked on the Spider-Verse movies, they were going to do a Batman Beyond movie, and there's
They were.
artwork leaked online
I saw it. Looked
showing
great.
Terry McGinnis as Batman and
It's
also
not-
Ink.
He was fighting Ink. Yeah,
Yeah, he was
yeah.
fighting
That's
Ink.
not-
There was like and him flying in the air. It's like, come on, guys, you.
It's
literally
not.
could
That's
have
not a
done it.
James Gunn no. By the way, the one who said no to that was David Zaslav.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, that was before James Gunn had gotten hired. But then
Yeah.
you had heard like the quote, you had read the quotes on it, and it went from like a for sure no to a maybe, and it's like, what do you mean? I think if they made a Batman Beyond animated universe like that Spider-Verse, I think it would do pretty well. I think there is an audience for Batman Beyond stuff. I think
Well, do what Spider-Verse did. The what is it? Hold on. There's a new 52 storyline that starts out in Batman Beyond. Give me a second. Let me look it up.
Tron Ares domestically made $33 million, internationally $26 million. It's made 59. It's almost made $60 million worldwide. That is awful.
You know what they should do? They should hire the people who worked on Tron Legacy and Ares for the Batman Beyond aesthetics, for the lighting and stuff, like the weird, dark, bright contrast.
Future's End. That's the thing. They should do
I've heard of that story. Yeah,
they should do a refined version of that, because that's about as convolutedly written as the comic version of Spider-Verse. So if they do the same level of narrative refinement, they can do a Future's End trilogy for Batman Beyond and make it really good.
It's reported to have a budget of 180. Okay, well, no, this thing is cooked.
This movie needs to make almost $500 million to break even.
You got to remember the advertisement that they spent on it. That cost more hundreds of millions of dollars.
No, advertisement almost always doubles the listed budget, because they always neglect for legal loophole reasons. They almost always leave it out of the budget reports. That's why Superman didn't break even.
You don't know MSK math.
Is it like girl
MSK
math?
has a different way of doing it. He assumes that they've got to make at least 4 times what the budget is back before he will call it a success.
No, for me, I said Superman.
Well, he's got the right of it, because the bigwigs don't care. Tron Legacy made 400 something million on its $111 million budget, including advertising. And they cut it off at the source.
But you know why they did that, Pirate, was because they
bought Star Wars.
they bought Star Wars, so they didn't give a shit. At the time, they weren't 100% sure if they were gonna get Star Wars. So that's why they did Legacy.
They were actively shitting on Star Wars. If you watch Legacy, there's a joke that makes fun of Star Wars. They hand Sam Flynn the bike, and he goes, "Oh, okay. How do I do this?" And then the guy next to him goes, "I'll give you a hint. Not that."
Also, Tomorrowland didn't do well.
Yeah, because that has fuck all to do with Tron. That pissed me off.
Yeah, but it's in the Disney property, and you know how Disney corporate execs are like, well
this one movie about going to another world flopped.
You know what I realized executives were stupid was the one quote that came out from one of the Warner Brother ones. It was like before they got bought out by Discovery. It was, I think, around 2021, where he was like, "If Superman's homeworld Krypton is destroyed."
You're like the Zack Snyder quote, right?
Yeah, it was one of maybe it was someone that worked on PBS.
I know what you're talking about. The execs didn't like how Superman used his baby ship to blow up Zod and his cronies.
Yeah,
because their question was, how's he going to get back to Krypton? And Zack Snyder's like, it exploded. It was in the beginning of the movie.
Yeah,
what?
Because I think they were like, well, how would he ever get back to Krypton? He flies. And first of all, he knows it's gone. So why would he go to a part of space where it's completely just nothing and dust? Like executives, they're good for I guess funding movies and looking at spreadsheets, but that's pretty much it. Like these people are just so out of touch without everything, But this is why I tell people movies have to make a good amount of if you invested like they invested what 180. Let's not even count marketing. They invested 180 into Tron Ares, right? So had to make 400, it would need to have made almost $400 million for it to actually break even or bring in any significant profit. It's not making that. It's not bringing in that at all. It has the same budget that Brave New World had from earlier this year. And that's not looking good. That
the Marvel side of things is awful. They're L for L. No movie broke even.
Yeah, Fantastic Four didn't do well.
Fantastic Four got as close as humanly possible, but still didn't break even because they still went back for a fuckload of reshoots for no reason.
Yep, they had to spend. You know why? Because they were like, "Oh, we have to tie Doom into this, and the ending would have been shit."
Here's the thing: half the extra money came because apparently they got Robert Downey Jr. for that 2-second scene, even though we don't even see his face.
Is that even him?
No, an exec confirmed it was physically him.
But they
millions of extra dollars to have him stand there for 2 seconds.
Because you didn't even see his face or his body. You saw the back of him. I'm like, this could have been a body double, and say this is Robert Downey Jr. How do we know?
No, you just say it's if the narrative is good, you won't have to say, well, no, it's the same one in Doomsday.
Mm-hmm.
All you have to do is write it good, but they're not gonna write it.
All they had to do to make sure he wasn't in Doomsday was, you know how there was that scene in Fantastic Four where she's sitting with Franklin and teaching him how to read? They could have, like, you know, in horror movies where you see the bad guy in the very far distance and he's looking at them. That's all you had to do. All you had to do was just show someone was stalking them. That's it. That's all you had to do. And they even said that RDJ wasn't even credited with that cameo appearance as Doom. It's like, well, if you're gonna bring him here, pay all this money for him, well, why is he not credited in the cameo then? That's just, I don't know. I mean, fucking hell.
Well, they do post like the actual credits and stuff ahead of time, so that could be a spoiler.
But I also do think that this was like a last minute thing. This was, hey guys, this was always the plan. It was
apparently the reshoots.
Yeah, so
hey, doesn't it feel like the show just got better? Oh, it got worse again.
Okay. God. I bring the quality analysis to the show. It's what I do. But, you know.
Is that what you do?
But just a question, guys. Between Superman 2025 and Fantastic Four, the first steps, right? Which one was better?
Superman, and it's not close.
Yeah, I say Superman. Because
Fantastic
Four to me, and this is my opinion, and I could be 100% wrong, to me it just seemed just boring in certain parts of the movie. It was like barely any action that it should have had.
It's another
it's just expositions. They're just standing there talking.
Call Superman 2025 a James Gunn vanity project all you want. It still has infinitely more soul than anything out of Marvel for the last like 5-6 years, and it's not close.
Yeah, and at least Superman's fighting monsters and enemies, right? Like at least you see that more.
Don't even get me started on like the pathetic representation of their powers. The only person who was accurately represented with their powers was Thing. Human Torch had arbitrary limits because the writers were too talentless to figure out how to write him feasibly with his comic book limits. Reed can stretch all of 20 feet apparently before he starts getting hurt. What?
I don't think I had any hope for.
Also, why did Thing grow a beard? He's a rock thing. He doesn't really.
No, yeah, he doesn't grow hair. So I don't know why they did that. As a
rock hair, rock facial hair. What do you call it? Like,
what do his pubes look like?
Oh God,
that is what MSK has been saying for years.
Yeah, sharp rocks.
My problem with Superman was there was a lot to like about it, but my expectations were a lot higher for that film than they were for Fantastic Four. And Superman didn't even come close to meeting my expectations. I was so disappointed in that movie. Again, there's a lot to like about it, but I did not like the story. I did not like the James Gunn humor for Superman. And I did not like the changes they made to his parents. Also, I thought the visual effects were a clear downgrade from Man of Steel. So, I mean, just across the board, I was disappointed in the film. And that influenced the way I felt about it because my expectations were much higher for that one. Not only my expectations, but my hope for that film. Fantastic Four, they could have just come out and given a complete sentence. And I was like, okay, this is a pretty good movie because Marvel has been so bad that they didn't have to put out a great movie with Fantastic Four, just a good one. And I thought it was fine. I had a good time with Fantastic Four. Superman, I did not have a good time with.
I will agree, Bob, that Fantastic Four is a better movie than the Thunderbolts and Brave New World. Captain America 4.
Well, definitely, yeah.
Like it's not even a competition. Because at least you have the
MSK,
space travel. Oh, go ahead, Greg.
Didn't your ex-girlfriend's boyfriend really like Brave New World?
I will say for me, when it comes to both of them, I think Superman's weird for me. If you're asking me personally, which one I actually thought better, I'll be honest, I thought Fantastic Four was a lot stronger of a movie. It didn't bore me at parts like other people did.
Holy shit!
Wow,
think
you and
I
Bob
actually agree with
agree.
MSK on something. What the
I think it
hell?
was
For
boring.
once.
I will say, I think it was boring in one part. That part where they're doing all that world building to get those machines to work in different places to zap.
Oh yeah.
Like that part was boring. Everything okay, and I didn't like Pedro Pascal as Reed Richards. I think he still sucks. Sorry, he's
Just for all that build up, just for Shalabal to speed blitz it
yeah,
all.
yeah.
which
That
is
was
funny.
my yeah. So fantastic. I personally enjoy Fantastic Four more. Like there's things that I like. I'm not saying Superman's bad. I liked it, but I think if you're asking me which one I liked and preferred more, I think Fantastic Four won out. I didn't think I would say that when the year was over, but I think my biggest problem with Superman is he just it's too weak in this movie. I just don't like seeing Superman that weak in this movie. And I knew James Gunn was going to do it because he said he was going to have the traditional strong Superman, but like the fight scenes that he had, I think there was not enough Superman showing what he should have been doing as Superman. I don't think the story was that bad. I liked Nicholas Hoult as Lex Luthor. I thought he was great. I thought there was a lot of good things about it, but Superman for like certain parts of it just kind of missed for me. Just a little bit. Like the CGI was very bad. Like in that river where he's flowing in with that baby, that was really stupid. There was another few parts too. I think the Jor-El thing. Yeah, I just don't like that. I feel like
I agree.
it's his way of just being different, and it's like I don't like the sake of something being different. It's like you don't have to be different that way. You don't have to like that. That's not something that needs to be different because that is something that just negatively actually impacts the story. But do I think they're both bad movies? No, I think they're both good. I think they both have pluses and equals. But I think Fantastic Four is a much more stronger movie. That's just me personally. But go ahead, King Sal.
I'm sorry if I interrupt, but
You're fine. You're fine. Go ahead.
Here's the thing with that I have an issue with the Superman thing.
Debate. What the?
Okay, so it's so strange though. Like they were trying to copy. James Gunn was copying Gods and Monsters. You can clearly tell the inspiration from that. Because basically his dad was Zod. And I don't think he is Zod. To be fair, I don't think they called. I think it's Jor-El, right? It's still Jor-El as his father, so they're not changing the continuity. Because if it's Zod, then it's not Kal-El at all. It's Zod's son. But I feel like James Gunn wanted to do like a hybrid story based on the Gods and Monsters storyline because Zod's son, remember, he was the Mexican Superman.
Oh yeah, mm-hmm.
Yeah, like and Man-Bat became Batman. He became a vampire version of Batman.
Friggin' Michael C. Hall as Batman was so amazing.
Yeah, it was good, dude. They should bring him to do Batman as the voice. I think he could be the successor to Kevin Conroy. To be honest with you, also Maxima as Wonder Woman was weird, but it kind of works, right? Like she.
Yeah, Crypto. I think Crypto's too annoying. I think the dog is. To be fair,
it was annoying, and the fact that Supergirl does not know how to raise her dog.
It's a woman. Dude. Come on, we know women are stupid.
She's a drunken mess. So what do you?
Of course, she's a whore. She got gangbanged on the other Red Suns and came back full of semen. And she was just dazed out because her brain got shattered by fucking a lot of
MSK. Just because that's what you would do if you were on other planets doesn't mean that's what she's doing. Just wait until the movie. They'll fill you in.
She did get filled in.
What I didn't like about the Superman movie was that they insulted Clark to his face, calling it, basically insulting his parents, even if they are hillbillies, right? That's your coworker. Would you like to be insulted about your parents or your personal life, right? This isn't just ha ha ha, I'm busting your balls thing. This is like, no, fuck you. I don't respect you, and I would not talk
MSK
to you if
invites
I was at
me
work.
here each week. I disrespect him, his personal lifestyle. He's cool with it. So I think some of us are.
I pay great.
No, but I'm saying, like, in that aspect, like, why does Clark he acts like a bitch? Like he just takes it.
Clark is. Do you remember the Donner movies at all?
No,
Like,
Donner got revenge on that guy. Remember Superman 2?
Okay, so one of the first things that you see between Lois Lane and Clark Kent in that is she makes him go get her a burger, like right away. I don't know, man. He was a bitch. He always has been a bitch. And this
No,
whole
but
first phase of the DCU or whatever is Gods and Monsters. So they're loosely basing all of it off of there. But he's drawing like little bits and pieces from all these
in
different
Superman
runs.
2, remember he fought that truck driver? He got his revenge after he humiliated him in front of people. Remember that?
Oh,
So
you
he
mean
wasn't
in
acting
First
like a
one he was a
bitch.
bitch, but the
Man of
second one
Steel,
he
when
stood up. So
Yeah, he
you
stood
you
up,
might see him
even
stand up
though
in the
he
second one.
even though technically he wasn't Clark Kent anymore. He had his Superman powers again, and he time traveled everything back to normal. So he assaulted somebody that didn't really do anything to him.
Even when he time
Technically.
traveled back to normal, he still had to go get a burger for Lois Lane. I'm just saying he was a bitch.
Gay.
I'm just
Alrighty.
waiting. I'm gonna wait and see. I'm gonna judge the DCU on its full piece because the MCU has only fallen off so hard because it's only gotten worse as time goes on. You know,
And I
True.
get it. Superman is a Boy Scout.
DCU has good starts. Like the Suicide Squad is good. Peacemaker season 1 is phenomenal. Creature Commandos is dope. Superman was fun, and Peacemaker season 2 is okay.
I
And
haven't
that's-
seen Peacemaker season 2 or Creature Commandos, but I've seen everything else. So I think James Gunn's best superhero movie he ever did. It's a combination between Guardians 1 and that Suicide Squad movie he did. That Suicide Squad movie he did is very, very good. It came out at such a wrong time. And it also was because I think it's a Will Smith curse thing too. Like, people don't know if Will Smith is in the first movie and he's not in the sequel, the second movie usually doesn't do as well. And that happened with Suicide Squad 2. Also came out
people
during
forget that. People forget that the Suicide Squad, the 2021 one, it shot itself in the foot with a sawn-off double-barreled shotgun.
Hi, Toasty.
Because they released it on HBO Max the day it came out in theaters.
Yeah. But I think
so. I'm like, of course it didn't make any money. You shot it in the foot the day it came out.
The same thing with Black Widow, Pirate. They did a simulcast, and that's why Scarlett Johansson had to sue
Disney
because she lost a lot of money for the potential money she could have gotten if they didn't do that, if they would have honored the contract. So that's why she's not doing any Marvel movies anymore.
So I think Suicide Squad was screwed even before that day and date release date, because the Will Smith thing that I brought up, people did not like that Studio Squad cut movie they put out in 2016, despite all the money that it made, and it actually made some really good money for the time frame. Nobody liked that movie. So I think it was already fighting an uphill battle from the start. And I don't think anyone was really asking for a second Suicide Squad movie, even though it's a standalone movie, doesn't even connect to that first one other than just having Margot Robbie's Harley Quinn in it. I think it was just a matter of circumstance. Like, Suicide Squad is not that huge of a team in DC Comics, though. They've tried to make them more bigger over the years, but I think that movie was already screwed even before that day and date decision came out anyway. Also, it's crazy to think about that Warner Brothers put their whole movie slate day and date back in 2021, and the only movie that was successful was Dune and Godzilla vs. Kong.
Yeah, but I think that
every movie
the
that they released
Suicide
that year did that.
But I think the Suicide Squad is popular enough that Disney had to have their Thunderbolts movie to be released. I don't think they were going to do a Thunderbolts movie if Suicide Squad didn't exist as a movie franchise / Peacemaker, the TV show.
Yeah. Toasty, I haven't seen you here in a while. You know, a lot of women usually want to be around me and come around me, and because they think I'm rich, hot, and good looking.
That's
so
true, man.
Nobody thinks that.
Oh God, Gray, your buddy Bo DeMayo, he talked about X-Men 97 season 2 coming out. Are you gonna watch X-Men 97? Because he gave his stamp of approval for the quality.
Why would anyone in their right mind watch X-Men 97 after it's confirmed that season 2 is being written by the same Swiss cheese skilled lobotomites who wrote What If?
Yeah, and also Bo DeMayo is fired. He doesn't have any involvement other than his credit in the title, right? He's not involved in it. They have to pay him.
He worked on most of it, right? He said he worked on most of season 2 before he got booted toward the end.
Yeah,
of it.
but they could have rewrite it.
Change it. They're
gonna change
people
it.
are a bunch of egotistical idiots who don't realize how bad they are at writing. So they're 100%
Right, yeah. They could have changed
everything
it,
he did.
So
and do their own thing.
legally they have to put his name in the credits or he could sue them for millions. Because
You guys
he's
aren't in the credits of this show. I could see you guys too.
I don't know about that, but okay.
Yeah. Could you sue me for being stupid?
No,
I wish we could.
we can't do that. You'd have to like destroy a building or like destroy a car to technically
What if I
do
destroy
that.
your intelligence with my creative brain?
I think you're giving it a hell of a chance. You're trying your damnedest.
Oh God. MSK is the whitest man on this panel. That's true. That is really true. But they did reveal Apocalypse for X-Men 97 season 2. I mean, if you guys did watch season 1, I heard it was pretty good.
Season 1 was okay. It's hopeless because the what if people are taking over. So it's only going to be so good for so long.
I only watched season 1
Yeah.
of What If. What If is fucking horror.
Al-
Like it had some
Why
decent-
did you watch any of that and not 97? You suck, MSK.
Also, what are your
It
thoughts on the
only-
Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man show? Because I don't like the animation.
nowhere near as good
Mid.
as
Mid.
X-Men 97.
Like,
Mid. I don't
is
know
it
why
weird
people
that
pretend-
every time they do a new Spider-Man iteration series, the animation gets worse and worse each iteration?
curse. It's curse how it works. Yeah.
it's mid.
Like it's weird because it's like the reverse Batman thing almost. Like Batman like started off with shitty animation. I'm talking about from like the 1970s or 60s, and then it got better by the time we got Batman the animated series and the Batman and Brave
What
and the
about Hey
Bold.
Crusader? Did you watch that one? They came out. It was
Yeah,
on
the
Amazon.
animation's good. The animation's not terrible,
Yeah.
but the storyline's garbage.
I remember they did Oswalda Cobblepot, and oh my God, when Bruce Timm, when he said Batman doesn't have any good villains, I'm sitting there going like, "Are you legitimately retarded?" That was a
Yes,
quote.
he
The actual
is.
thing he said. He said Batman has no good villains. He had to make new one. What are you talking about?
Bruce Timm had to say that. What do you expect them to say? Oh no, this is a shitty idea. What do you want me to say? Like
Dude,
he's gonna get fired. Like
He's the same guy that
Boda
wants,
Mail. He's gonna get fired.
He's
Just
the
like
same guy
him.
that wanted fucking what Barbara and Batman to be together. Now, to be fair, if you watch the actual sex scene, which I've watched many times, you can see like just how into it she got. Like she was really riding his bat dick. Like, she
Yeah,
was
but
really-
is it weird though? Like here's the thing. They're both consenting adults, but think about this. Her dad knew Batman since she was like before she was born or when she was a child, right? So
oh no, it's weird.
it's
pretty
fucking weird. And the
Yeah.
fact that Bruce's first name is Bruce and Batman's first name is Bruce Wayne, it's almost like in his mind he's inserting himself with the Barbara Gordon relationship. Kind
Oh,
of
it's
weird.
even worse. In the in I think it's in the Batman Beyond animated series classics book, he actually got her pregnant when Dick was away, and then Dick came back to Gotham. He found out this is in the Batman animated series continuity in the comic books.
Yeah,
and
the
then-
tie-in comic, yeah.
Yeah, and then she had she fought this like bad guy, and she had this bad fall, and she lost the baby or whatever. I was like, that's even worse. Like what? Like I understand when you're on a girl, she gives you the smoky eyes, and he bangs her brains out. But getting her pregnant while she's with like Dick is just pun intended. While she's with Dick is crazy. I'll never let Bruce Timm cook. That guy is a weirdo.
Well, here's the thing. Paul Dini was a better writer than Bruce. Bruce was a good artist. He was never a good writer.
Most of the
He
shows,
sucked.
yeah. Paul Dini's the one that really carried the show.
And I forgot the name.
It's
Who
it's kind of his fault that Wonder Woman is just edgy Xena now. For those of
Yeah.
you who don't know and aren't like huge comic book fans, Wonder Woman was supposed to be a subversion of the idea that warriors can only like slaughter. She was supposed to be like a combat medic. But Bruce Timm thought that was too uncool, so he made her into Conan the Barbarian with tits.
But don't you like boobs?
I'm pretty sure he does.
I'm
but
pretty
that's
sure
not-
both versions still have boobs.
Okay. Well, because the thing is, when you watch that scene in The Killing Joke, you can see the gargoyles.
We're
jerking
past
off.
that. We're past that.
Pointing
Still
out.
on that
We're
MSK?
past
I'm
that.
just pointing out. Okay. Oh no, jokes aside, I think the more we realize about certain shows and movies, we kind of grew up watching that there was maybe one person that carried the other person more. And I always say I'm not
Yeah,
saying
like all of us on your show.
okay. God damn.
Doing the heavy lifting here, man.
But no, Gray, you haven't got a chance to say much, but are you looking forward to X-Men 97 season 2?
No. But that being said, like I wasn't looking forward to season 1, and my God, was lightning in a bottle just amazingness happening there.
See, Disney's
Everything that I heard about it before is like, there's no way this is going to be good. And man, against all odds and against every like obstacle that Marvel kept throwing at DeMeo, and apparently they did all the way up until the end. Like it was supposed to end with the Onslaught arc, and you can see that being teased really heavily. And the studio is just like, no, you need to end it with Apocalypse. And it's so weird how he kind of made it work. Even then, it is kind of weird that like the mutants get knocked down to like 6 or 7 people at the end. It seems like it doesn't seem like the entire mutant population, but considering they had like 2 weeks or something like that to do the finale to that, man, it is just so much better than it deserves to be. So I don't see how any other showrunner would be willing to sacrifice their job to stand up to Marvel like DeMeo did. So
Yeah, and it's funny.
I can't see it being as good.
It's funny, Gray, because
What
he
is
was a
this?
DEI hire, right?
Yeah, the
And
one DEI
but it-
hire who actually tried to do something and they fired
that stood his ground. He actually cared about, comics. He actually cared about the
It's
superheroes
like Star Wars
aspect.
with Gina Carano's. The Force is female until the female has opinions.
Yeah, and it's crazy that and I give him his props, right? I didn't think this was gonna work, right? I thought this was gonna be the shits, but he made it work, and he lost his job because of that, because he questioned things, because they just was gonna give it to him as a here you go, pat on the back, don't say anything that we don't like, and he did the opposite of that, and they fired him, and they said that his OnlyFans was the reason why he got fired. Bullshit. They didn't give a shit until he started asking the real questions. Then they shit canned him.
Remember that the I think before Kingstyle came on the show, we I think we did a video with us three up here where he basically went over Kevin Feige's thought process and how he gets to his conclusions. And this is how all those business meetings go. You have like 12 people. One guy goes, "Hey, let's do this." The other guy goes, "No." "Okay, let's do it this way." "Wait a minute." And then he thinks back to the first guy who said something. "Yeah, we should do a movie where Iron Man and Captain America team up." But he thinks he's the one that came up with the idea, when in reality the first guy who said it's the one that came up with the idea. I've seen those business meetings before. Like, so when he was like detailing,
Dude, you're that guy who steals the idea. We always tell you what to do backstage, and then like 10 minutes later you come back to it like, hey, we should do this.
It is stupid though that like in the entertainment business though, like the people who have the power and influence, right, the money, they will be the first one to say, "I came up with this idea," when it's good. When shit hits the fan, they'll blame somebody else.
oh yeah,
When
yeah,
it's their
I-
idea, they'll
Mhm.
blame somebody else for doing it.
That's why I was surprised when when people were mad at Ryan Reynolds for shitting on Green Lantern. No, he should shit on it. It was bad. Green Lantern sucks.
Yeah, it was the shits.
I couldn't make it through like 15 minutes of that movie. That movie stinks. I was like, I'm good.
There's a reason he shot himself in the back of the head to prevent it from being made.
God, man. And now Ryan Reynolds is literally just straight up Deadpool in every single movie at this point now. But
Well, that's what he is, dude. He literally is Deadpool in everything that he has done.
I think the only movies that I saw recently where it could really work was Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard 2. I think that personality, you have the cringy white guy with the adopted black dad, the black guy team up, that could work. But it's like I saw Red Notice was awful when he did that personality. I was like, imagine this: The Rock, who's not been a new person in forever, Ryan Reynolds, not been a new person forever, and Gal Gadot, who can't really act all that good. The trio of personalities just
Dude,
stacked. Good lord.
She is terrible. The only reason why she has a job is because of her looks
Of course.
/ her connections.
Oh yeah.
That's it. That's
Yeah.
like she can't sing for shit. She could barely act, if you want to call it that.
Damn, you're so mean.
Dude, look,
Wow.
I liked her in the Fast and the Furious 4 movie, but she
Yeah, but
was
she had
just
to do
eye
what?
candy. That was it.
Yeah. She
We're talking about Gal Gadot.
Yeah, she had her
Yeah.
big
Hello, no.
Her as Wonder Woman was a mistake, but shit
Like,
happens.
when Zack Snyder is like, I gave her big break. No, I think Justin Lin gave her big breaks in the Fast and Furious movies.
Yeah,
first.
people forget about the Fast and the Furious movies. That was her big break.
And she didn't need to act her best there. Like, the most iconic scene that she had was when she was walking toward that the bank owner in Fast Five to have him put his hand on her ass so they could get that handprint to open up the vault if they ever got into it. Like, yeah, that was her most iconic scene, was walking back and showing her ass, which is most women. All you know and care for them is their bodies. That's all they can really bring as value to the world. So, you know.
Oh, which movie did that happen in? I'm
Also
kidding.
Fast Five.
I'm messing with you.
Good Lord. Oh,
Yeah,
Queen.
and then she tried to sing in the Snow White movie, and they had to dub her voice because she can't sing for shit. Did you ever see the Imagine video that she tried to sing? Oh my god, that was terrible. Terrible.
All the Hollywood celebrities in their mansions are singing about how we should stay in the house with COVID going on. Like, oh god, it was cringe. That was
that was bad.
That was
bad.
Oh god.
Like I cannot see that. Like I can never look at them the same ever again. Like they're like, yeah, guys, take your fucking porridge and suck it up while we'll live in our mansions.
When Geeks and Gamers raised a lot of money for Zack Snyder's fucking suicide charity, and then he came on their show and said, I disavow all of you. You're a
he didn't come on their show. He went on a different show and said, I'm not affiliated with them.
No, he did went on the show. Jeremy left the show though. He wasn't on his own show. And they played footsies with him. I'm like, I would have told him to fuck off. I would have said, I'd have said, okay, look, I paid money for your fucking charity. Act like a fucking man, or we don't have to fucking do this.
Yeah, that was
Fuck you.
disrespectful. Like, cause he's always begging money for that charity and that other social media platform he's really big on. It's called Vero or some shit like that. And just came on and disrespected a bunch of people who willingly gave money to his cause. And I just when people show you who they are like that, you just leave them. That's it.
I'm not gonna pull punches. I'm not someone who does. When his daughter killed herself, he lost his creative spark. His movies are the worst they've ever been, and it's been ever since his daughter died.
I agree to an extent with that,
which makes
Pirate,
sense. It makes sense because like that kind of tragedy would take a more than likely irreversible toll on you. But I just like that's where's the turning point?
But
you can isolate it, you know.
He needs like a good writer / producers to be around him too, because the Man of Steel movie, that was a Christopher Nolan script. Christopher Nolan was supposed to direct that movie.
Hey,
he gave it to him on a silver platter.
Let's go through the panel. What's the best Zack Snyder movie?
The ones I don't watch.
No, there is a really good Zack Snyder movie.
Oh, Dawn of the Dead. No, not Dawn of the Dead. Army of the Dead. One of the worst movies I've ever seen. Literally just a pile of shit. Actually, one of the worst things I've seen. I'm not kidding.
Either Watchmen or 300 for me. I don't know.
Did you like that CGI bird movie? The Legend of Ga'ul? Or the fuck
Yes, I love Legend of the Guardians, Owls of Ga'ul. It's the best. It's the best Zack Snyder film ever. Do you know why he made that movie? Do you know why he made that movie?
I do not.
He made that movie because he wanted to make a movie his kids could watch, because everything else he made was like violent R-rated movies with rape scenes.
Didn't he directed
so he was like, yeah, he made violent R-rated movies with like rape scenes and shit. So he was like, no, I have daughters who aren't even teenagers yet. Can we like make a movie that they can actually watch? And they were like, sure. We got this Owl book series. The books are really good. If you have time and a desire to read like non-comic books, they're pretty decent novels, and they're really digestible.
Pirate King, I can't read.
There's only like a handful of pictures, right? Like probably cover, back cover. MSK can't go for that.
Reading is literally for losers. If you read, you are confirmed a loser. I'm not gonna sit in this like leather chair and with a what do you call those things?
Yeah, that's about your quota of talking for this hour, MSK. So the best for me, the best Zack Snyder one is actually his team up with James Gunn, man. The Dawn of the Dead remake. I love that thing. I don't know why. It could be better, but man, it just works for me.
For me, it's probably Watchmen, but that's not necessarily my favorite of his. But I do think Watchmen is probably his best.
Do you remember, like, before Man of Steel came out, they even tapped Matthew Vaughn to do it? Because they wanted Nolan.
That would have been crazy.
Matthew Vaughn at his peak.
Matthew Vaughn, that would have been wild.
After he came off of First Class and Kick-Ass, that would have been peak Superman right there. But no, they didn't do it. No, keep in mind, Nolan had a lot of influence on Man of Steel. I know people blame Zack Snyder a lot for it, but Man of Steel was really influenced a lot by Nolan too. Like, I don't know if he's credited with any of the story, because I know David S. Goyer, I think, wrote the story, but you could tell there's a lot of Batman Begins influence there. You could tell by color palette, the type of tone it has, and everything. Like, Nolan didn't understand Superman either. That's not what Superman is. Whatever type of tone he was trying to portray on Superman, that's not Superman either. But, you know, WC's Watchmen for me is the best. That's why it was so weird. Like, they had seen Zack direct Watchmen and go, that's the guy we want to do Superman. That's just a stylistic mismatch. That's just, like, not idealistically the person you'd want directing a Superman movie. But, you know, what's the best movie you guys have seen all year?
All year? Probably my, somewhere between my Lord of the Rings or Tron Legacy rewatch.
Oh, you did a rewatch of Lord of the Rings?
Yeah, I have two things that I try to watch yearly. I try to watch the Lord of the Rings extended edition at least once a year, and then I try to watch Avatar: The Last Airbender at least once a year.
The first movie?
No, Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Oh, my bad.
The animated series.
I'm talking about James Gunn's Blue People one. It's like no one
James Cameron, and no.
Yeah.
I watched the first one time at my dad's house, and then I watched the second one in theaters one time, and I've thoroughly forgotten both, but I'm probably going to watch the third one just so I can make another review.
These are the highest making movies of all time that no one remembers the plot. No one remembers the character.
So far, just wait until the third. Hey, I remember Sigourney Weaver as a teenager.
The first one is Dances with Wolves, but aliens.
Ferngully did it better.
And the second one is Whale Wars, but aliens.
So Whale Wars. So Shaniqua, Black Woman, and Section 8. Okay, good.
What's the third one gonna be? It's gonna be
like Fire and Ash or something like that.
Well, yeah, it is Fire, but I'm wondering what he's gonna rip off, because the first one ripped off Dances with Wolves, the second one ripped off Whale Wars. What's the third one gonna be?
Oh God, I just find it so crazy with these movies that people watch them. The box office numbers shows people watch these, they just don't remember them. That's crazy.
Well, if you want to ruin your year, you could do the different Avatar rewatch. You could do a M. Night Shyamalan and just really hate yourself.
You could watch. You know what's crazy? Yeah. That was voted the worst movie of the decade. That's crazy.
It's pretty bad.
And I like the original source material of that movie.
Which movie?
But it was bad. The Last Airbender.
The M. Night Shyamalan.
That was bad. I did not like the movie. But I like the source material of the show and the comics.
Fun fact, that movie was my very first exposure to the Avatar: The Last Airbender universe.
Oh, you poor soul, man.
No, it was amazing. No, it was amazing because it made me love the other stuff so much better, because I was a little kid. So I was like,
yeah,
this is really cool. I want to, thrust my hands and throw a rock. That's cool. That's really dope. And then a buddy of mine at church that next Sunday, I was like, you'll never guess what movie I saw. It was so cool. And he's like, dude, you should watch like the show that they're ripping off with that movie. And I was like, oh, there's a show? And then I went and watched it all on Netflix. And I was like, that's amazing. I am now a fan of this. That movie.
Yeah, dude, to me, I saw it as like the Western version of Naruto, almost like the elements and doing the attacks.
Yeah,
that was cool. I love the idea of that, and you know why they used the element attacks? You never noticed them hitting each other directly because that's censorship.
Oh yeah,
they couldn't. Nowadays, if they wanted to do like Samurai Jack style season 5, they can actually like use the fire attack and stab somebody like a fire blade. You couldn't do that back then, and nobody got burned with the flames except for Katara. Katara, sorry.
Zuko, please.
No, Zuko in flashback he got burned, but Katara in the current moment, right when the series was was during the journey, she was the other person that got burned.
Damn censorship, man. Fucking hell.
And I didn't like how the agenda was fire bending equals evil, because Aang was like, I'm never going to do fire bending ever again. And then she healed herself with water bending as if nothing happened. So that plot point was stupid. it just was like the Fire Nation's evil because of firebending.
I'll ask you, dude. Which movie do you think is worse, Dragon Ball Z Evolution or Dragon Ball Evolution or The Last Airbender live
Oh,
action?
that's a good.
Like,
Well,
King of the Trash,
it's
King of the Trash.
pretty easy to pick because one was like vaguely following the source material. The other had a director who just casually admitted that he never bothered. So it's Dragon Ball Evolution, and it's not close.
And it was so bad that we got Battle of the Gods and Resurrection F because of that. It revived the franchise because Akira Toriyama said,
Did you see the leaked,
"We're not doing that again."
Did you see the leaked art and costume designs for what Vegeta and Piccolo were gonna look like? Oh God, thank God we never got that.
The
I'm
guy
glad.
who played Piccolo, he played Zamasu in Super.
Yeah.
That's true. I knew that.
He had to use an alias for legal reasons, like for his union. And when somebody interviewed him, oh, so how was your job as Zamasu in Super? It's like, I can't really talk about that, but okay. Like, I can get in trouble, but I'll vaguely imply that it was fun.
Like, I've not watched all of M. Night Shyamalan's movies, but let's go over some of this guy's. Wait, he's the same guy that did The Happening with Mark Wahlberg and Zoe Deschanel. Like, ugh.
Don't you mean Zoe Deschanel, not Duchanel?
Deschanel. She's a douche. No? That's
I don't follow you.
Oh God. See, my jokes don't hit you guys sometimes, do they?
No.
No, they don't.
Mostly not.
God. No, he did The Happening is literally pure garbage. That movie, the main antagonist is air, the wind.
I don't think you understood that film.
Oh,
Not
I did.
just mere air and wind.
Wind.
It's the trees, man.
Joker fully a douche. That movie sucked too.
You are so wrong. It's like second best musical of last year.
God. Joker fully a doigt. Yeah, I will never watch that ever again.
Joker folly Joaquin Phoenix raped in the bathroom? What?
Allegedly.
Saying pearls before swine. It was great. You all just didn't understand.
Thankfully, I didn't because I didn't like it.
It was great actually. You just don't understand that it's making fun of you because you're actually a basement-dwelling white-winger chud. I am the smart. I have what is called media literacy, so I'm above you.
I have media. See, I have media literacy too, but it just depends on the movie. Honestly.
MSK, you were in no way literate.
God. Oh gosh. Oh Lord. Joker fully a doigt. Yep. Yikes. Just literally just yikes. What's this guy's? Okay, he did. People say his best movie is The Sixth Sense. I need to watch this actually. Never watched this.
I actually think Unbreakable's his best.
I think it's a tie between Unbreakable and The Sixth Sense.
Okay, but The Sixth Sense doesn't have a pretty decent follow-up and then one that just trashes the entire series. Like, man, Glass just retroactively kind of ruined everything. So I think it would go Sixth Sense, but before Glass, I would have said definitely Unbreakable. That thing is awesome.
I wanted to squash M. Night's windpipe when I watched Glass.
It just sucks because it retroactively ruins the other ones. Even Split, where it's like, but it's leading to that. I don't know, but Split was awesome.
Well, no, you could watch Unbreakable and then watch Split and then look at it as an open-ended ending. Like, oh, it's in the same universe and everyone exists. Okay, cool. Moving on.
See, I think Glass had a really strong start in the movie where as it was going, I was thinking, this is gonna be cool. We're gonna get the this beast versus David Dunn. This is gonna be great, and then it just went off in the direction that it did, which I was still fine with. But that ending, oh God, it was that was rough.
What else did he do? He did After Earth.
After Earth was funny. Afterbirth.
The Visit, Split. Yeah,
come on, man, you're missing like
James
the
McAvoy.
Third best one, Signs.
Yeah, Signs is pretty good.
Signs is pretty dope.
So, do you guys think he has more hits or misses? Actually,
he has way more misses. Holy shit, it's not even close.
He was the producer.
The Village is so bad. Lady in the Water is so goddamn horrible. He writes himself as the writer who writes something so prolific it will save the world. Of course, that's the cameo that he must put in his own movie. Man, that is just in The Last Airbender.
Knock at the Cabin is so awful. It is so awful.
Yeah.
It's
It
based
is
on it's
not
based on a
great.
book that's not even that good, and then it somehow got worse. So I was like, you literally took like the easiest layup source material in human history and made it worse. How did you do that?
Trap is
And old
garbage.
could have been okay, I guess. Like it's an interesting concept where you get older on this beach, but man, the execution on that sucked too. Trap. That is like MSK's ultimate favorite film.
Trap, truly garbage on every single level possible. And he's gonna do a new movie called Remain. What the hell is this? It's gonna be a supernatural romantic thriller. Oh, good lord, fuck off.
You
Boo.
forget the other one that he should get credit for last year, which is the one that is big old quotation marks here. His daughter made.
Oh yeah,
well,
yeah.
Oh, which one is that?
What's it called? Like The Watchers, or
Watchers,
something.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh.
It seems so on the nose.
Yeah,
M.
yeah.
Night
No, you know
Shyamalan.
why? You know why I think he's pretending his daughter made that?
He's want to take the fall for it.
No, he's pretending his daughter made it so it can take heat off of her failed launch of a music career.
She did, yeah.
Yeah, he
Lord.
did owe her that after that movie.
Because Trap,
She-
wasn't it
Trap
a
was her
different
Trap was her trying to launch a music career using one of his movies. Because
Yeah, I
that
saw it,
entire
yeah.
movie is just her concert. But then when everyone was like, "So that music's kind of dog ass," oh, she wrote it herself. And then he's like, "Oh, actually, no, she doesn't want to be a music artist. No, she wants to be a director. See, she made this movie."
Well, I thought Watchers was a different daughter.
Isn't it the same? Am I messing up?
Well,
I'm messing
okay.
up.
He launched one's music career. Now he's going to launch the other one's movie career.
Yeah, no,
Either
it's,
way,
it's two
they
different
both
daughters.
failed. Either way, they both failed.
Yeah, it's two different daughters.
I remember he was a producer or writer of that movie, the Devil, where like this old lady was revealed to be the devil because some piece of toast or something.
The one in the
Wow,
elevator.
spoilers, you son of a bitch.
The one in the
Like you
elevator.
literally, the only thing that you said was like, there's this movie where they're in an elevator. Here's the ending.
I just think you don't need that movie's horrible. I saved you time in your life watching that.
MSK, you said you've never seen The Sixth Sense. You want me to give you the same type of description of that one that you just gave of the other one?
I said spoilers.
All right. Well, what can I say? I'm not an asshole. You should actually enjoy one of the good things that he actually has made, which is that movie.
So
It's one of the best uses of Donnie Wahlberg.
Would you like to have sex?
That it is.
Gray, with my wife?
No, thanks. I'm good.
Oh, yeah.
He's gonna be doing it with DeMaio.
Spoil him.
I should be so
We'll
lucky.
never watch it. This is the thing is, Pirate King, do you have crusty socks?
No.
Okay, good. As long as you're not crusty socks, you're winning here. You're not like
MSK,
other
why
guys.
have you gone back to that well like 5 or 6 times?
I'm
this
joking.
episode?
Joking.
What are the state of your socks right now? Are they crusty?
Clean and beautiful? No.
No.
Oh God, we lost Gray. He became a human being. All right. What? Yeah, the last movie I'm watching at theaters this year is the Sydney Sweeney one. Or it's called like The Housemaid or whatever. That's the last one I'm watching.
Oh, the boxing biopic.
No. That one, I don't know if I'll watch that. I don't know. I'm watching one where it's a movie based off this book written by some lady. I'll watch it. She put the trailer out on her Instagram page. It's probably out on YouTube too. It looked pretty interesting. I'll watch it. I mean, I watched It Ends With Us, so you know, I'm a sucker for chick flicks. Actually,
It Ends With Us. Which one is that?
that's one Blake Lively. You know what's crazy
Yeah.
is Blake Lively had another movie that came out on Amazon Prime.
Oh,
too.
wait, no, that movie was that's the one where it was supposed to be about like domestic abuse and stuff, and
yeah.
then she hijacked it to make it like a flowery girl movie thing.
That's why I tell you guys don't trust women. I tell you guys, no one listens to me. Let's see here. King Stout, are you okay? I think he's well, he's alive in some ways. Asking men about their socks and women about their smells. Classic Mac. Hell yeah. But we got to get Pirate Kingdom to at least 1,000 subs.
We do, don't we?
Yeah. So what is your strongest suits like? So you know manga and anime very well. You can tell from your background. Is that your strong suit?
I am my strong suit overall is writing and continuity. I refine it through experiencing manga, anime, movies, shows, books, and video games. I experience them, I stream them, and I write and review them some myself. Uh, I have yet to put my own work into the world just because I'm very granular about it. And other than scripted YouTube content, I have yet to publish anything super serious. So I'm collaborating with someone right now for a novel, and we're gonna publish hopefully by the end of the year. I'm shooting to have my portions of it done by the end of the year, and hope he does too. And it's gonna be just a regular book. It's not gonna be like a graphic novel because we're just gonna put words to page and see who likes it.
Yeah. Like, are you gonna so you're self-publishing, you're gonna be on Amazon or
Probably. I'm gonna once we finish the actual book, that's gonna be something I talk about with the guy I'm writing it with.
Mhm.
And we're doing something really neat about it where we both have a story that we want to tell in a fictional world, but we both are writing about one character and the perspective changes on the chapter.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah. Eventually I should do that. I should dibble in writing a book actually.
you mean
like
dabble?
Before you dibble in writing, you should dibble in reading. sir.
How about you diddle?
No, I'm not Diddy. Nope. We are not P Diddy around here. No. All jokes aside, I think I don't know. I always have these grandiose plans of writing, but you never.
I was
come
gonna
to
be like
fruition.
world domination.
To be fair, if I ruled the world, I would make all of you guys filthy rich. Actually, that's how it would work. So, what was your inspiration for wanting to write a novel?
For one, I have a very active imagination.
Mhm.
I think I can only benefit me to put it on paper. And then for another, I'm getting emboldened even further to do it personally because just the sheer volume of dog shit content being shoveled in our faces on a regular basis. I need to balance the scales.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah. I think when people say well, you have to go out there and search for good stuff. I mean, yeah, you kind of do, but
in this day and age, you kind of have to because the mainstream is 99% slop.
what was the last movie you watched in theaters?
Tron Ares.
So before that, I think you was Superman. Last movie you watched?
Demon Slayer Infinity Castle.
Okay. Did
Nice.
you like that?
That was good.
Okay.
But that's a foreign film, so not really sure if it counts because
Not in MSK's book.
I'm also like mildly annoyed because Donald Trump keeps talking about how one of the keys to saving American media is to tariff the shit out of foreign films, and I'm like, am I
Just
gonna have
giving
to
them a
pay?
meager 100% tariff.
Am I gonna have to pay $50 per ticket to go see the next Demon Slayer movie? Please, can we not do that?
Dude, at least Crunchyroll was like, hey, if you want to experience the new Demon Slayer movie, you have to go support it in theaters. That's what companies need to do. Like, I understand that people are going to pirate the movies, but, you have to find some creative ways to attracting people to go back to the theaters to watch movies. Just has to be that way, Like, I tell people this, if you pirate everything, no creatives get paid. They're not going to want to make stuff. It's just how it works. Happens in comic books a lot too. Like everyone wants to kind of pirate the books, but it's like that doesn't help with keeping the good writers paid actually, But
the way I see it, if you're medium, if you as a creative fall off enough, you kind of lose the right to complain about piracy because you're putting the onus on your consumers to gauge whether or not they think your product is worth money. Like the reason I'm a completely shameless pirate, and that's because we live in a world where you can't be sure what's good or bad. So there will be some times where if I can't figure out if a movie looks good or bad via a trailer, I'll go onto a pirate site and watch a cam rip for like 10 minutes and decide whether or not I'm going to go to the theater to support it. For example, I didn't know if Furiosa was hey, name checks out exactly. Pirate King Boros. Anyways, I didn't know if Furiosa was going to be any good, but I'm a huge Anya Taylor-Joy simp, so I knew I was going to give it a chance. She's part of my celebrity crush harem, let me tell you.
Yeah, she was great in that movie, that Viking one.
The Northman, yes.
Northman, very good movie.
Northman is peak.
Yeah, she had some nice ass.
MSK, I thought you hated cinema. You seem to be allergic to quality.
I
How
went
did you
and
like
watched-
The Northman?
I went and watched the Northman in theaters, and it was like literally 6 other dudes in there. There wasn't no packed crowds in these theaters anymore.
Oh, so you know with the boys, huh?
But I watched the first 10 minutes of Furiosa on a cam rip, and I said, okay, this looks like George Miller didn't drop the ball when he had a female protagonist, so I'll go see it in theaters. And so I grabbed my family because they're Mad Max fans, and we went and watched it. And
I wish more people did what you did. That would have been awesome for them. But sadly,
here's the thing, Gray.
I hope George Miller doesn't fizzle out.
Here's the thing, Gray. I'm gonna say something that Hollywood doesn't seem to understand. Turns out when you release shit products nonstop and you use the minorities you cast in them as criticism meat shields, so you can gaslight the general population into saying, no, it's not bad, you're just bigoted. Turns out that has a psychological effect where when people see minorities in the forefront of your trailers, they won't buy your products. This is why Furiosa flopped. This is why Ballerina underperformed. This is why Ghosts of Yote is selling comically lower copy counts. That Ghosts of Yote is the sequel to Ghosts of Tsushima on PS5. And because there's a female protagonist, there are people out there who are just not buying the game on principle, which is, generally, let's be real, I'm not a fan of the woke. No one here is a fan of the woke, I'm sure. But like at the end of the day, we can't really blame people for going, no, there's a woman on the box, I'm not buying it. It's gonna be bad, and then I'm gonna get shamed for not liking it.
Yeah, it comes off as a red flag. It just does. Yeah. And
it's only like that because we, the consumer base, have been psyoped by years of dog shit content. If that wasn't a thing, it would, and mind you, I clocked this, I want to say back in 2017. Was 2017 the year that Star Wars The Last Jedi came out?
Yeah.
Yeah, back in 2017 when Star Wars The Last Jedi came out, and I'm like, what is this bullshit? And then I turn and look online, and everyone is saying, oh, you only don't like it because
there's a woman that leads it.
Women.
It's their way of downplaying any criticism of the movie.
And I'm like, wait. Just so we're clear, Rian Johnson wrote, directed the wardrobe to make them look bad in addition to his bad directing and writing, which actively sets these women up for hate. But I'm the sexist because I'm having his intended reaction.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
so I literally said that year, I was like, this is going to be bad. You're going to psyop people into just not watching the shit with minorities. And then sure enough, here we are. Furiosa, good movie. Flopped because people are not watching it on principle because it's a woman-centric film. Ballerina, good film. Flopped because people didn't want to see it because they thought it was going to be like girl bossing all over John Wick, even though the opposite is what happened.
But and the trailers didn't even show that. The trailers did not show any girl bossing.
Doesn't matter. Woman.
Yeah.
Good enough.
The trailers showed her being like, okay, I can't take down guys the same way he does. I have to maneuver my fight tags differently. It's so crazy. Yeah, what you're saying is other movies that don't have that, even though they have female leads, are collateral damage now because of the other bad stuff that came up before, which sucks, actually.
And it's gotten to the point where like something like this just happened in a game I really, really like. I stream Final Fantasy 14, which is the MMO, like the big one. They released an expansion. I haven't gotten to it yet, but I've seen clips. They released an expansion where a prominent character you meet in the expansion is this woman who is voiced by a transgender in real life. And when I tell you it is one of the most generationally awful voice acting performances I have ever heard in human history, I'm like, you didn't vet this person. You looked at their identity on their resume and you said that one. Put that one in our game. And I'm just thinking to myself, like, I'm when it comes to voice acting, when it comes to acting, I do believe there are enough human beings in the world that you can cast someone whose image does right by the source material. I don't think there's an excuse for why we can't cast can't cast actors who look like their characters. There's enough actors out there. We can do it. Just pick the right one. It's not hard. Voice acting, on the other hand, it's all about sound. You can just pick someone who can act. That's it. Phil Lamar is a black dude, yet he voices Samurai Jack and he kicks ass. You know? He's a black dude voicing a Japanese person and he kicks ass. It's awesome.
Dude, remember for King of the Hill recently, for the King of the Hill revival, whatever, they are like the guy who originally portrayed Khan couldn't do it because he wasn't the right ethnicity or some shit. Like, oh my god, just voice acting community.
They had so many
just
issues with that, with their voice cast. But I don't know, man. Khan's in it for like all of 5 minutes. It really doesn't matter if they.
You can thank fucking ProZD for that, by the way. The guy who just got bullied off Twitter because he's an Asian guy, and
I remember that one. I remember that. Mm-hmm.
Because he's
Eggroll bullied him off of YouTube which is funny because that project that he did, the guy, the Disney copy guy, right, the impersonator that he's playing, that's actually, he's Korean, so his last name's Park. But he looks more Caucasian. I bet you they changed it for that reason.
It's funny to me because he's a very dislikable, annoying person, which is why he wasn't getting roles. But he goes on Twitter and he bitches and moans and says that the reason he's not getting roles is because other actors who aren't Asian are taking the roles away from him. So he says that the industry should only cast voice actors whose ethnicity matches the character they'd be voicing. So now, not only
agree with him in the sense that it is annoying and racist when MSK is doing his Asian accent. I'm just saying.
Yeah, but look at Phil Lamar as Samurai Jack. That was badass. I don't care what
exactly.
anybody says.
I just brought that up. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, and even James Avery, the late James Avery for Shredder, he was the first English voice of Shredder, and he was not Asian at all.
That's two kick-ass black dudes voicing Asian characters.
Yeah, and they weren't doing it like Mickey Rooney was, oh, hello, everybody, it's me.
They're not South Park.
That's MSK's version.
You know, like, they're not doing that.
But anyways.
They're doing it in a respectful way. Yeah. So I give them their props. I don't like that. Like, because anime, look at that, right? Let's be real. Most of it is Japan/Asia or a fictitious version of that said places.
Mm-hmm.
So only Asian people can dub it in English? Because of that? No, it's stupid.
But yeah, so what ended up happening as a result of this, and gradually this has lessened because the mainstream won't admit it out loud, but they're realizing this woke shit isn't working out for them, so they're slowly but surely letting it go. But for a brief period of time, he started getting less roles because, surprise, surprise, they're called minorities for a reason. They're not everywhere. So when you limit yourself to only voicing Asian characters, your agent gets surprisingly less calls. But the real reason he started getting hate for it was because other minority voice actors were starting to suffer career-wise because of his bullshit. So you had black actors who stopped getting called for roles that weren't black. You had other Asian actors who stopped getting called for roles that weren't Asian. You had gay actors not getting called for straight roles, which is weird because there's plenty of gay people out there who talk normally.
MSK can play straight.
Exactly.
Yeah, people don't know it actually is that is straight up discriminatory practices with hiring. You actually can't do that. That's actually a thing you can get sued for, but no one has the money or the longevity.
Well,
enough
unless
to
you're
file a lawsuit
unless you're
that way.
Warner Brothers or Walt
that's
Disney, you're
exactly
not
it.
going to be fighting for years. Like unless you're like Gina Carano, you have a billionaire backing you, or
Yeah, it's not
almost
worth
a
it. It's not
trillionaire.
worth it
You're not
financially.
going to
Yeah.
fight that shit.
You guys are right, because these are voice actors. These guys live paycheck to paycheck. They couldn't sue if they wanted to.
Look at Vic Mignogna, Pirate King, right? He wanted to fight Sony.
He's the Johnny Depp of anime, except he didn't have Johnny Depp money. So
Yeah,
So
and
sad.
Johnny Depp is
Yeah.
the Vic of live action, but he has the money, and that's
Yeah.
unfortunate. He couldn't fight it. He had to do a crowdfund, and he lost a trial because his attorney was incompetent. So
well,
and
he
also
it's not just the incompetent attorney. It was also a garbage ass judge. It was one of the most cringy things I've ever listened to.
I think they paid him off. I'm gonna. Be
It had
honest
to
with
be
you.
because
They bribed him
his
because it's
whole
Sony.
reason
It's Sony, dude.
his whole reason for letting the case go that fast was he wanted to go have lunch, which
is a stupid reason, and
exactly
it's probably illegal to say, "Hey guys, I don't give a shit about this case because I want to eat in like 30 minutes."
But
your job is to help people.
Anyways, bouncing back just a bit, I'm almost done with this tangent, I swear. The shoe that broke the feather that absolutely just granulated the camel's back to dust was when that show you guys mentioned earlier, Knights of Guinevere, got announced, and that fat white coated character was shown in the trailer with the clearly Caucasian voice. But then it was revealed that it was Pro CD. And everyone's fuck are you doing voicing a fat white dude?
And
we know you're fat, but you're Asian. And yeah, they had to rewrite it at the last possible second.
Yeah,
even though mind you, they didn't rewrite how the characters look
or sound.
So the daughter is still white, blonde, and speaks Caucasian. So so that was the last straw. He got bullied off of Twitter and YouTube, and now he is stuck in blue sky mediocrity. No name.
Blueski.
He's a Blueski loser now.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. I don't like that. Like the creator, she literally just retconned it for the sake. Basically, pulled a J.K. Rowling's, right? Remember, Dumbledore is gay because he's gay. Because I said he's gay, not because it was ever implied or said in the books, but because I'm going to do an interview, like Akira Toriyama style for Dragon Ball.
It reminds me of the Tolkien South Park situation. Remember that one where they try to gaslight you, believing his name was really Tolkien when we knew it was Token.
Yes, it was always Token.
MSK. It was Tolkien always. Wow.
No, wait. Question. Is that like an official retcon? Because
they actually officially retconned it later.
They retconned it just to fuck with people because of the Mandela effect phenomenon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I've only ever seen the scene out of context, and my takeaway was he's fucking with Cartman. He's clearly fucking with Cartman or Kyle or whoever he's talking
on
to.
The whole token black guy thing. I thought that was always supposed to be the joke. He's the one.
Wow, MSK,
kid.
That's how you took it. Wow.
I
think everybody else did, but
I think we all did.
No, me and Bob, we knew that it was Tolkien all along. We knew it was after a literary reference, man.
No. They even went back to retroactively edit the I think the subtitles for episodes, whatever. It's like, yeah, his name was Token.
Don't act like you don't even know how to read subtitles. Can you even put on closed captioning?
I can. It's really easy. I'm just saying that his name is Token. He will always be. I'm not calling him Tolkien. He's literally Token Black Guy.
Also,
I thought that was a joke.
Speaking of the character from the Guinevere thing, right?
Yeah.
His last name is Park, right? That can be a European last name too. Just like Lee could be, European or Chinese or Korean. It can switch. It doesn't matter. So that's how they got out of it. Like, no, guys, it was always this the whole time. When in reality, you just retconned it just to prevent more backlash. Which I don't know, man. He shouldn't be crying. He shouldn't be crying. Like, dude, just be appreciative that you're getting work. Who cares what other people think, even though you're a hypocrite, right? you shouldn't be crying about, oh,
Mind
people are
you,
bullying me.
this hate wouldn't come his way. He could cut this hate down by like 75% if he just made like a 20-second video where he said like, hey guys, I went full retard there for a second. I'm sorry.
I know.
I went full retard. I should have never gone full retard. I'm very sorry. I was wrong. I would like to move on if you will let me. And most of the internet would go, well, at least he admitted he's wrong. 9 times out of 10 celebrities don't do that. And then he'd have like 75% less hate. But no, instead he kept quintupling down, and then they bullied him off the internet, which is deserved. When you're going to be insufferable, when you're going to be a twat, you get the swat.
Oh yeah, like I've had to admit some full times that I've went full retard too, but you know,
Which is, what are we on? Episode 328 of you going full?
now when we eventually hit episode like 1,000, that's when we're gonna be really celebrating strippers here. You know, a lot of ladies in the panel. We might have a full ladies panel eventually. That'll never happen.
Wait. Celebrating strippers? So you're going to go to Danglers then? Are you going to do
No.
a stream from there?
No, I've had sex with a lot of girls, so maybe I could bring them on the shows. Actually, this girl literally said, I asked her, "Do I give off a hot, rich, good-looking guy kind of vibe?" She was like, "No, you kind of give off a gay vibe." I'm like, "What? How do I give off a
Get a
gay
point.
vibe? I give off a like an in oh, God."
Maybe it's because you're always talking about dudes.
That's true, and that might misconstrue.
And you have the awkward pauses, like something's happening to you without us.
There's a lot of hand motions too that go with hand in hand with you speaking. Your liberal use of glitter. There's just
What?
so many things.
What in the world? I'm just pointing out. I do not give off a gay vibe at all. I give off a hot, rich, good-looking white guy vibe. You know, that's the vibe that I usually should always be
Are
getting.
you thinking like Castro District, rich white guy?
It's crazy how any girl could think that. It's fine. If girls think I come off gay, whatever. I don't want these stupid fucking
No.
bitches anyway.
They see you as competition.
Oh God, definitely not. I'm into women. I have sex with women, actually. So we're gonna wrap it up here. I want to go do some other things. I have
MSK, you said you didn't believe in wrapping it up.
True. You could just blow your load in their faces, actually. That's where you could do it, you know? Or they could swallow it, you know? One girl told me when we were about to finish having sex, she was like, yeah, no, spitting is quitting. I was like, yeah, that's the best way to look at it, right? Kingston, I know you've had a lot of sex before, so I know how you feel.
Yes, but this is still an awkward thing. But let's continue with it, right?
Yeah, all right,
Because it makes perfect sense.
King, this is a Wendy's, okay, sir? We sell burgers here, you know?
No, he's a Tekken
You think this is
character.
a
It's
Wendy's?
it's not a Wendy's. It's a Waffle House. Bring it.
Good Lord. But yeah, Pirate King, if you were stroke out in bitches, don't worry, man. I stroke out too.
I'm over it, man.
What the hell did you just say?
I don't know.
I've been taking Vagisil for like 2 weeks on end. I think I'm growing like 3 vaginas here.
Jesus.
What?
I'm joking.
Jesus.
My vaginas are growing. I might have my period soon. Oh God. Oh,
Congrats.
Shit. Oh shit. Fuck me in the ass.
I hope. Well, since you asked so nicely,
All right.
You wonder
so,
why people think you're giving off a gay vibe.
I'm not giving
Well,
up Bo DeMayo
it
levels
could-
of gay vibe.
No, he could be that dude from that church video. I love women. Women. I'm not gay no more.
What was that one guy who was like, I have sex with women, but I also have sex with
no.
men.
It's I have
It's MSK.
relationships with women and sex with men.
Well, I got news for you.
So,
That means you're
MSK.
gay.
Yeah.
Man, they don't make shows like they used to. Dialogue, man, all that shit went to fucking.
No, they would basically say that guy was a good guy, even though in the episode they were passing AIDS to the women.
Oh
So
my
they would make
God.
them the hero, even though they were doing terrible shit behind their wives' backs.
The
Yeah, that was the plot
the
of the
early
episode.
seasons, The early seasons of Psych had some really great gay jokes. They were
Oh,
amazing.
hi,
Yeah,
Laps.
Spike would
How are you
not
doing,
be
man?
like that today. It would literally they would introduce a gay guy, a token gay guy, like basically like in South Park it'd
Like we
be
did on
like
this show, MSK.
I didn't say that, but great. If you want to elaborate on that, absolutely. Let's go for
I'm
it.
just saying he's the DEI hire, and he checks multiple communities. His intersections are wide. So
Let the
it's
record show that when the U.S. went full open, what's the good way to put it? When they went full on in legalizing gay marriage, Netflix tried to force all of their newer content to have a gay twist at some point in it, and a bunch of the writers weren't having it, so they would write a gay character who literally existed to like kiss a man or suck a dick and then immediately died. So it happened so prominently that Netflix single-handedly brought back the bury the gays trend.
There was a character in the new Star Trek series that's coming out that she claims to be queer, right? Quote unquote lesbian or whatever the fuck, right? But she's married and has a child. How are you a lesbian?
Because
How does that work?
that's women
Because
logic.
Friends.
I get it. You act socially awkward like modern members of that team, but that could be also autism too. But nobody's gonna say that. I don't know.
Dude, women are so stupid, dude. A girl could go to college, get eaten out
no, dude.
by
Women got nothing on you.
dude. I swear, women. Okay, okay. If I went to a college campus and I got ran through by 4 different guys, I would be
What do you mean
considered
if?
gay. Okay, right.
Don't you remember last fall?
Okay, last
I
fall
was, I was just lost when you said you were on a college campus.
He definitely
That's
seemed
the
out of
part.
place, but
that's
they
the
needed
part
a
that Bob
janitor.
went. All right, that's unbelievable. Me being on a college campus. Holy shit! So if I went to a college campus and I went to a sorority party and I got ran through by 10 guys, I would be considered gay. Obviously,
You went
that
from
would just,
4 to 10?
Oh, definitely, definitely.
but it would only be
100%.
considered gay if I let them finish on my face. But obviously, that's beside the point. So, but a girl could go to a sorority party, get eaten out by 10 different girls in like a lesbian orgy train or something, and she's like, "Oh, I'm not a lesbian. I'm straight." It's like, where's the logic work in that? Double standards are some bullshit.
Well,
Just putting it out there.
because even women admit to themselves that there's no such thing as lesbians. That's according to their actions. They don't believe in that. They only believe in that when they don't find a handsome guy that like Johnny Depp, who's handsome, has money,
Or Henry Cavill.
Yeah, Henry Cavill, like somebody like that. Then they're like, "Yeah, I'm straight," or "I think I might be more straight than I actually think."
God,
Because look at Amber Heard. Look at Amber Heard. She was a lesbian for years, quote unquote, right?
Yeah.
Despite the fact that she was hooking up with rich dudes at parties, but that's here nor there.
Right.
She had she married a woman, and she's
and then
from
she
Texas.
had to divorce that woman because she kept beating on her.
Yeah, she kept beating on her, and remember the stereotype of like that of like women in those relationships, they're usually the aggressor when it comes to lesbian.
That's great. Yeah, don't lesbian couples have more domestic violence?
Statistically, yeah.
Good lord, yeah, because women are literally aggressive.
Because
insane.
women are scientifically in the head, they're more emotional.
Yeah.
So you put 2 of those in a box together and shake it, they're going to start fighting.
Case in point, look at the Mel Gibson recorded phone calls that got leaked.
Wait, who was he in a box with?
Mel Gibson got so mad. Remember his ex-wife? He was like, "Stop pushing my buttons!" Arrgh!
Yeah,
and she knows she was doing.
It's the Steven Crowder thing all over again. I don't know if you guys know about that. His wife passed off like 30 seconds of camera footage where she showed him telling her to watch it, and she conveniently left out like the 2 minutes and 30 seconds of her goading him to that point.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
them being the aggressor, they're gonna take that out of the thing to make them look like the bad guy.
And you think it's unreasonable, you think it's ridiculous, you think it's rare, and then you're me 3 years ago getting sucker punched in the gut.
Fuck.
That's terrible, man.
Yeah, it's all right. It's water under the bridge, life in the grand scheme of life, but like it really, in the moment, I was like, this is less common. This is more common than you realize.
Yeah.
We all wish it could have been MSK. That sucks, man.
Oh,
Sorry you went
oh
through that.
God. Gray's wishing domestic violence against me.
It doesn't have to be a woman. Get over here.
Yeah, you could take it. Dude, in the recordings of like
He
Amber
wants
Heard
to get
fighting,
pounded. He wants to get pounded by dudes so bad. Get over here.
I'm very
Amber
very,
Heard called Johnny Depp a pussy. It's like, oh come on, Johnny, really? You're gonna cry about that?
No, that's the same tactic the universe over. Somewhat same tactic universe over. I got hit, and then she was immediately saying things like "be a man," and I'm like, "Be a man? What you mean?"
Yeah, you be a man, you're going to jail. You're going to jail, not her. You're going to jail for hitting back. Even though she was the aggressor.
I just find it
Man.
crazy that once Amber Heard found a more successful guy, her lesbian card just got instantly revoked. And she's like, I'll just go and marry a man. Because women's morals are a day-to-day thing. One day they're this, one day they're that. They could be a clown the next day. They could be a gorilla the next day. Who knows? Their morals
Dude,
are up for sale.
She's an opportunist at her finest. She literally doesn't
She's
care.
in Spain now, right?
Yeah, she's not even Amber Heard anymore. She's
She
something
had to
else.
legally change her name because
She's probably
everyone.
Sally Rodell or something like
Yeah,
that.
because she doesn't want to be stalked by the Hollywood media. I think part of her is like, I want them to stalk me because that means I'm getting attention.
Yeah.
I'm famous. Like it's
She-
a weird Hollywood thing, but she wants that a little bit.
I'm a firm believer that she was trying to kill him to get his wealth.
I wouldn't be well, she wanted to have his baby too, but he's like, no, I ain't going for that. No.
He did the Drake thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So we're going to wrap it up here, as I always never do with women, because I am a pull-out king. I'm a sex god or Riz master. You know, no black women. I am undefeated on black women in my entire life.
Only
Woo!
black men.
Oh,
No.
black man.
All right, fuck, I'm not Diddy. I'm not R. Kelly either. So we'll start with our featured guest tonight, Pirate King Boros. What do you have planned coming up that you would like to let the audience know about?
Let's see. I've got a Demon Slayer video coming out very soon. I showed a dear friend of my channel the first 4 seasons of the anime right before we went to go see the movie, so I have that reaction recorded, and my editor sent me a text this morning that said the video is going to come out to the final length of the video is 2 hours and 37 minutes. So that's going to be a fun little, if you know the story of Demon Slayer, then you can just watch it to see our reaction discussion about it. And then other than that, we have 3 or 4 episodes lined up for the Final Fantasy XIV Heavensward playthrough coming out soon. And then in terms of scripted content, I am still plugging away on a script I'm making a big-ass multi-hour critique of Arcane Season 2 because that was my favorite television show for 3-4 years now. And then when Season 2 came out, I
could have told you guys. Dude, Riot Games is the worst company to exist on this planet. They are, like, literally... Caitlyn and Vi, like Caitlyn had her tongue in Vi's vagina so deep you could see Vi's eyes roll back like a slot machine. You have it backwards. Right. Dude. Caitlyn was getting her vagina eaten so well. You could literally see the oozing of her orgasm come into Vi's mouth. It was.
And
beautiful.
you really should be an author or a descriptive person narrating something because you like to describe things slimy.
You should just make an AO3 account.
Like the guy from Bizarre Eats. The Andrew Zimmerman guy, he's like, oh, this anal pork thing tastes really juicy with all the ooze coming out of the sandwich bun. Like he would literally describe it in the most disgusting, weird ways.
When I saw that video of Caitlyn getting eaten out by Vi, yeah, it was kind of hot to a certain extent, but I know how to do that already. I know how to already destroy women like that.
I'm just my whole thing is like not even that. There's just so much stuff about Season 2 that was a whole missed opportunity from how hard it fell off that it was because I had spent ever since the first season came out and I watched it, I had spent the 3 years leading up to Season 2 absolutely fondling its balls, telling everybody this is the best show ever. You're going to want to be on board with this when it keeps going and when it finishes. And then season 2 came out, and I was like, I look like an idiot. So I've put a lot of time into this video, and it's going to be a big old one. So that's the scripted content. And then, like I mentioned, I'm working on a novel. So I got a lot cooking.
Hell yeah.
It's just a matter of distributing the energy necessary to get it all done proper.
Very good.
I'm gonna be on Sergeant Garatina's panel talking about Bleach, and then I'm gonna be here possibly Wednesday if you do a show Wednesdays, if that's the case, right?
Yeah. Wednesdays moving forward, since it is confirmed that I'm going to be at work early that day, I'll be getting off work early enough. The show will start around 8:30 p.m. PST. So, yeah, man, I would love to have a show talking about Bleach. I know a lot about Bleach. So
yeah, so I'm going to be
anime,
on there
not
drinking. Yeah, the anime, not the actual liquid cleaner / clothing cleaner. No, we're not talking about that. That would be boring as fuck. Talking about Bleach. Yeah, man, Bleach is so awesome. You can do a lot of things with it.
So imagine an hour show about Bleach.
It's my favorite shot. It's my favorite shot, bro.
Oh god. Remember the memes of like the liberals at like a movie theater taking Bleach as for their drinks? Oh my god, those were hilarious. But no, I saw these two girls get her. No. Can't mention that on stream. But yes, King Salad's gonna be on Sci-Fi stream talking about Bleach. Yeah, Bleach is one of those animes where it peaks so hard in two different kind of instances, and it's like the peaks are really amazing, but the lows are just unbelievably bad. Like the lows are literally to the floor, and then even deeper than the floor. That's how bad the lows are. I don't know which anime had worse lows, Naruto or Bleach, because Bleach's was just like
Bleach. It has to be Bleach because at least Naruto finished. Go ahead, Pirate. My bad. I interrupted.
I was going to say, at least Naruto attempted to have a balanced power system. Bleach is just, what would be cool for this character to do this week?
Like, if you go off, like, filler arcs, like, I think, man, the Bound arc, I owned that on DVD at one point. That was just trash. Because, I think the only good filler arc they ever had was that Zanpakuto one. That was like kind of cool, I guess, for like a concept of an idea. Yeah, that's probably the only one.
And not only that, but Naruto had better filler episodes compared to Bleach.
I think so. Yeah.
Because at least it gave character development to certain characters that were shafted. You know, like Tenten or Anko or they could have had potential. Even Rock Lee had good filler episodes.
Yeah, Bleach's those episodes are like, oh my god, Rangiku's tits are so big. She lost her bra at the beach. Oh, it's so funny. It's like,
we have to go to the post office to get the Zanpakuto because reasons, right? Like we have to do that before my boss fires me from my job.
Like I think Bleach has better peaks, but the peaks are just not as consistent enough. I think Naruto has a better consistency line to it.
And at least Naruto didn't get canceled prematurely like Bleach. Like
Bleach had to make a Soul Society.
Yeah, but Bleach had to do they had to do a makeshift quick ending. The creator was
literally
like, I didn't want to do this.
Yeah, because he he said he literally had 2 hours of free time a week.
Yeah, and he was pissed that he had to finish the story quick.
They were trying to phase him out.
At least 1,000-year blood war, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. At least 1,000-year blood war, he got to finish his story. You know, like at least
I'm glad
he was popular enough. They gave him a second chance, and that's a rare thing in that world. After your show or your manga series gets canceled, that you can come back and finish it. Unless you're like the guy who created JoJo, you're not getting that opportunity. Or you're Akira Toriyama, you're not getting an opportunity to come back and finish that.
Because if you go under like any of Bleach's like intros or outros or any of the best fight scenes from the show, people in the comments were spamming "bring back Bleach," and I don't think he wanted to prematurely end it. I think he was just burnt out over years and years and years of doing the show and the manga. Well, the manga, because the creators are never really involved with the anime that much, honestly. But the manga specifically, that guy was so burnt out. I was glad he took a break for as long as he did. But maybe eventually we'll have an episode talking about Bleach. That'd be great. Yeah, actually. Great Poupe, do you have anything planned coming up that you would like to let the audience know about this?
It is the fall of Gray. What can I say? Content will be out soon. Just hold your breath, especially you, MSK. Make sure to hold your breath until my content is out. But you can catch me on other shows. Perhaps there's a better panel show. Some say the best of all worlds with the panel show. If you need to reach that panel show, you can always go to the macallstars@gmail.com. It's where all the cool people hang out. And the channel is the last panel -X1Y. It might be a mouthful, but just remember, it's the last panel you'll ever need. And it is the cure to the
hopefully
MSK
I can
panel.
come on that last panel someday in the future.
Indeed.
As the showrunner here, I bar you guys from making other appearances on other channels.
That's not on the contract. There's no exclusivity.
Yeah, you signed it last week. You were like, MSK, you are officially my dad. That's how it works.
What? Bullshit.
Good Lord. Dude, we got a Shonen Jump contract. You get 4 hours of free time a week here. That's all I'm giving you. Who's got a dog?
What you got going on, sir? It's a sugar glider. My marsupial is chirping right now. What can I say?
Throw it out the wall. I'm just kidding.
I have a dog too, but he's actually taking a nap. So you
do not pull a Hassan. Do not do that.
No, why would I fucking do? No, that's fucked up. I would never do that.
Yeah.
Nah, you gotta zap the sugar glider. How else does it evolve into Pikachu?
Oh my god.
No.
No. Unless you're Michael Vick, but only Bob knows that because he knows football like me. So.
Oh god.
Oh, he's so cute.
Anyway.
Wow. Looks adorable.
Well, to answer your question, Gray, over on the main channel over at Bob Loves Movies, hoping to have a review of the Black Phone 2 out later this week. I'm going to go try to check that out with my oldest son on Thursday. Yeah. And then, of course, on Wednesday, we'll be filming another episode of Dad's Turn to Talk over there, and should have that out on Thursday as well. So.
Yes, but Gray, I'm glad your sugar glider is doing okay. We don't have those. We don't have those kind of animals here in California. There's no way. To be fair, they don't allow me to have animals.
Yeah,
I mean, you can import them. You can import them.
You've got their cousin, man. They're opossums, man. They're related.
I was gonna say squirrels because they look similar to like mices and squirrels, but wow,
they're marsupial squirrels.
How many sugar?
MSK? You're. I only have 2 now. I used to have 3, and then tragedy struck. But, good times.
Do you have any regular cats and dogs?
Yeah, 2. Oh. I own a zoo, so currently 1 parrot, 2 dogs, 2 sugar gliders.
Why not a horse?
Because I'm looking into it.
Yeah, I mean, we're thinking about goats and a tiny show pony, but not currently.
Yeah, you're gonna need a stable for those things, man.
Horses, man. Have you guys seen their dicks? Woo! Those things are.
Oh my god! How crazy! Why?
I'm just shocked. There was a day where I helped some person, move some hay at their farm.
Was his name Mr. Hands?
No.
Was it Mr. Ed too? Was the person you were helping Mr. Ed?
I was helping someone move hay for some money, but way back, like years and years ago. And this horse was just going to town on this girl horse, just doggy style that horse out, just horse style. But
so you're saying you were jealous of her?
I wasn't. I was disgusted.
So you're saying you had a Hank Hill moment with his dad? Oh, this is how you do it.
Whoa!
He's crying in the background, and that's also the day that I learned how to pay taxes from my dad. I'm serious. That actually that was fucking hilarious.
I'm still surprised how stupid Dale actually is. I'm just so surprised. Like, how do you not know your son does not look like you? He
knows.
He knows, but he doesn't want to end up like Bill. He doesn't want to be like Bill. That's why he knows he would be fucked.
Maybe you're right. Maybe he does know, but he doesn't want to have like divorce court or whatever, take all his money. But like,
dude, he'll lose his house. He'll lose his car. He'll lose his.
What are you talking about?
No.
It's all Nancy's money.
She makes more money.
He will make out better on this than he would normally.
I guess.
Yeah, but this is Texas. Who are they gonna favor? Who are they gonna favor more? Let's think about that. Who is gonna be? Sure, he makes less money than her. But
oh my god, I should have named this podcast the MSK foreplay. That would have got us.
That's not a good idea, dude. Like foreplay.
So it would be funny. It'd be funny. It'd be entertaining. right? It would attract the masses. No, I'm kidding. I'm joking. These are all
attracting
jokes.
a couple of fucking furries.
Come to find out, a lot of those accounts on Twitter that say breaking political news, some of those guys are literally gay furries. Those profile pictures.
Wait, you do political news now?
No, I'm not a gay furry. It's not Tuesday. So, as you guys know, for me, tomorrow I'm just gonna have a game stream at midday at some point, like about, I don't know, 2-3 p.m. PST, maybe earlier, later, who knows. And I have the Cloud9 podcast tomorrow with Mr. Blanks, the MSK show Wednesday, and then I have to fill out the rest of my stream schedule coming up this week for what I have to end up doing for streams, because I think, there's MSK show episodes and I think more game streams. Yeah, I'll have to fill out my schedule after Wednesday because I don't know what's going to happen. I have to read my DMs. A lot of people DM me because I'm, a very, very successful human being, and they want to be around me a lot. That's usually how it works, right? Nope.
Sure.
But Pirate King Boros, did you enjoy your first time here on the show, and would you like to come back?
It was nice. I'll come black.
Come black. Yes, finally.
Come black.
I'll put on the face and everything.
You'll be just like Jimmy Kimmel. Oh wait, you're actually more talented.
No, you'd be like Robert Downey Jr. in Tropic Thunder.
I'll go full retard.
What do you mean, you people? What do you mean,
What do
you
you
people?
mean, you people? For 100 years, that word has held us down.
So, thank you guys for checking out this episode of the MSK Show, and we will see you guys on the next one.